just don't see how ice works. That's
It's
like
reduces the swelling.
I don't know. I never feel any different.
Well, we are going live now. Hold
All
on.
right.
Let me go ahead and reduce the audio. And then
There you go. You're
there
live.
it is. All right. Yeah, so I'm just going to do requests. People just say something, and I'll start painting something.
I'll
And
check
people
the
can
chat.
ask. Yeah, people can ask questions as well. Um, but did you have anything you want me to start doing?
I feel like that's cheating. If I suggest something.
Well, just to start it off.
Shoot. The way you do armor is pretty dope. I like watching that, and I haven't seen you do colored armor in a while.
All right,
You've been doing a lot of color, but not armor.
We'll do some armor.
All right.
Cool.
You're already getting some stuff. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'll just be scrolling up the chat, people, so
What's up,
I hope I
guys?
don't miss you.
How's everyone doing? The butterfly lady.
Yeah, Hippo Assassin. Lava Stone Corgi. Some of these are ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't do anything too crazy. I'm not going to be painting for too long. I'm going to be painting for about like another 10, 15 minutes, probably. And then I'm going to go. So anything that you can suggest that is additive to what I've already started is...
So far, we have color and armor. It's like the main build off of.
Yeah.
Okay, so please draw Yakuza girl with double katanas, an alien astronaut in Earth.
Alien astronaut. There you go. This is more relevant to what this is.
Yep.
Okay.
Mechanical Buddha full of bugs.
No, I think you guys are missing the point. And it's not your fault. It's my fault. I should have been more clear. What I meant is like you suggest. Like I've started to do something and then you add to it. Kind of like when we did that one monster thingy that I did before. Remember?
Yeah, and there was a hole in the stomach.
Yeah, where people were telling me what to do, and I just kind of did that. So nothing completely subject changing, but something that's relevant to this thingy.
Florin says, "Paint me a future." I like that comment. Sorry, buddy. Not the kind of request we're taking. Okay.
I like you guys' suggestions, though. Let's see clear.
Not to be rude, can I just skip over ones that aren't related? Can I just try to filter myself?
No, you can tell them. You can say them out
All right.
loud, and we can just laugh about it. Laugh at
Okay,
them.
that's fine. A butterfly lady,
Yeah, I saw that
cheeseburger monster. We did that. We've done that one,
one.
buddy.
Yeah, you guys are missing out. We already did that one.
Go to Robot Pencil. What is it? /streams, and you can watch that one again, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Dang, advertisement. Need to hire you to be my spokesperson.
Pay my bills so I can move to California.
All right.
Siamese alien. How would that work? Oh, I'm getting a call. Let me hang up on that.
Dang,
Tell
dude.
them marketers.
Oh,
I'm busy.
rude. You're a rude person. You guys all saw it here. If you try to call Mike right now, if you were
Don't
trying to
call me.
him, if you were trying to call him right now, he just hung up on you.
Whatever, Mom. I don't care if you're dying. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we got an African queen. That's kind of cool, but unrelated.
The alien astronaut part, I'm still doing that. So just give me a second. And armor.
These things take time.
But I can add to it once I hear some relevant suggestions.
A creature mixed of a T-Rex head and a human-like hippo body.
I still think these are irrelevant.
Okay. Truck. That's like a military one. That's from Darko. It's like nothing you draw. You know, it would have been funny. I should have said a cat.
Yeah.
After all those times we were talking about how you can't draw a cat, like worth shit. That would have been good.
It would have been good. I have a hard time drawing cats. This is real life. This is real.
It's an entertaining stream to watch you struggle. All right. Draw a mech girl steampunk with her robot pet.
I'm just gonna add a robot pet
There you go.
because this is not a Steam girl.
Let's see. Biomechanical. Wait, bio. Yeah, mechanical knight or something maybe. I think we're already on that.
Okay, all right. So a little bit of like his organs are kind of mixed in. Got it. Okay.
All right. Evolve it to a big chubby dude that is carrying a huge bazooka and has military armor. It's kind of looking that way a little bit.
Okay, I can do the chubby dude holding a bazooka. I just need to shrink the image a little bit.
These paintings are gonna get ridiculous. If you start doing these more, it's just like all the things, all the attention to detail.
I think I get this bazooka.
You want to take a break for a second, just deal with what you have, and I'll come back to it.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions, you can just jump to there. You can moderate in that way.
Yeah. If you guys could type question in capital and then colon, then following your question, it'll be easier for me to spot. But I'll still be reading through them. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, this is pretty fun. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of these color paintings, and it's been a lot of fun. I've been doing them as demos for my classes,
Right.
and then I just take them and I send it to my buddy, and then he takes them and makes these really cool stories. People really enjoy them, and people have been even suggesting making like a little small coffee book off of them, which is cool. It's a cool idea.
That is a cool idea.
So,
It
but
seems
right
like.
now,
Go ahead.
yeah, but right now I'm just drawing, having fun, streaming when I can. The astronaut part. Let me get that part in here.
Seems like you guys have been pretty consistent on that. Both
Yeah.
your paintings and then his, having something to write. That's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that I have classes and I teach pretty
So you're doing
consistently.
paintings anyway.
Yeah, so I just do
Yeah.
them anyway. And I constantly do paint anyway. Like I just do
Right.
constant paintings. It's just now I'm giving it some directive. And that's pretty much the only difference because before I was just painting just weird stuff because I can. But now I'm painting weird stuff because someone's writing stories for them.
A little bit more of a purpose.
Yeah.
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 All right. We have at least like 2 or 3 questions.
Cool.
I'm gonna forego pronouncing names. I'm sorry, fellas. What are you working on right now, job wise?
Nothing really. But I just got reached out by actually one of my old bosses, one of my first jobs I ever had. He reached out to me. He just started working on this game that he made, and it's pretty successful apparently. It's really cool, actually. I'm really excited about it. And
Oh, that's great.
We just had a really great conversation today. But I had no intention of working for a studio at all. In fact, I got hit up by other companies and studios, some pretty big ones too, and for pretty big titles. But I don't really have any interest in working for anyone else really. And when he reached out to me, I was just kind of like, you know what, this sounds really cool. This is pretty awesome. And so I decided that maybe we'll give it a shot. I told him, yeah, let's just start going, let's start moving, see what's up. But it's like the project is really interesting to me in every way. It's like a sci-fi genre, which is really up my alleyway.
Right.
And it's like very realistic, and it's mostly realistic in terms of the kind of sci-fi thing it is. And that's also very much along what I want to do. Because for some of you who follow me, who might know this, I have plans to become like an astrophysicist, like when I'm much older, in like my 40s and 50s. Like I'm just going to completely just switch over, and anything that can help me get there, I really am interested in. And it seems like this might be one of those things. Because I was working for a different company that was pretty close to doing stuff like that, but nothing ever really came from it. And so, it's one of those things where I just kind of bounced out. But with that being said, Right now, I'm not doing really anything, but it's not that I'm turned off by working for studios either. It's like just nothing out there caught my attention. Yeah, this company too that reached out to me before was a big studio. It was pretty big. Um, and it's for like a really large franchise.
No name dropping.
I just was not into it. I'm at that point in my career where I've tried it, done that. I don't know if I want to work for AAA games anymore. Mostly because of the politics that go with it.
Politics. I guess I wouldn't know.
Yeah, for the rest of you guys, yeah, go for it. But for me, yeah, I don't know.
Well, plus you have your other platforms in order to gain an income.
Yeah.
So you're probably in a position where freelance is like the better way to go, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I told my boss that too. He was really cool about it. Or my old boss. I was like,
when you left Blizzard?
No, this guy who just contacted me. He was for the first company I ever worked for.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
He's like making this game. It's really cool. I'm really excited about it. That's what I'm trying to say. And I even talked to him. I was like, I'm really proud of his growth because when we first started to work together, he was a different kind of person. And then like when I was talking to him on the phone, I could tell like he's much wiser. I could tell, like super wise, got much smarter.
How many years do you think it's been?
It's been a decade. He was like
10 years?
Almost a decade, like maybe like
9?
8 years, probably to be more accurate. But like he gave me my first real studio job.
That is pretty cool.
And then he reached huge success with this project, and he decided to reach out to me, which I thought was even cooler. Just to see what I was up to. And it's a good time, good position, because I'm not really doing anything other than teaching.
Well, it sounds like pretty ideal.
Yeah, it's pretty
so good. You're deciding between doing that or not? You don't want to...
No, I'm pretty... I told him. I was like...
you're pretty committed?
Yeah, I told him.
Okay, that's cool.
But I told him, like, as a freelancer,
I see. So, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Like, I'm teaching, and I was like, I'm not abandoning that. Like, that's something that really... I'm a big fan of my school and what I do for students and helping people out.
Yeah.
Like, that's something I'm not going to put on the side. That makes sense.
Right. That's like the main goal, right?
Yeah.
So it's a cool thing, but you got to make sure it stays as like a side thing that you're doing. And if you're doing freelance anyway, you could freelance for this project where you care about it.
Yeah, and I told him too, like if we'll start organically, if something comes out of it, like where it becomes like my passion, because it easily could be, because it's like super related to the kinds of stuff I like to do. That'd be great, but like keep it completely organic. But I don't think I'll stop teaching ever. I've pretty much decided that this is my dream job. It's just teaching and helping people.
All right. Neil deGrasse, AJ. All right, hold on. I skipped one. I don't want to skip it. Let me. Says, ever tried to inspire yourself from bleeding edge technologies?
Yeah,
like plasmonics, photonics, soft robotics. The answer was yeah. So, all right.
Yeah, I'll try to look at whatever. However, this guy's not really inspired by any of that. As you can tell, it's not really.
Well, if you were watching, you'd know where it's come from.
But I'm still having fun with it.
Alex says, "Can he be in his underwear, please? With white with red hearts." That takes away from. Well, I don't know. It's up to you.
It is up to me. Don't tell me what to do.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm not. I'm just gonna tell you what to do. Can I do my job?
Alright, let's see. White underwear. I think it'd be like here, this value.
It would make a very like serious and like badass piece have like a sense of comedy. Like he forgot his underwear or his pants. Okay, next question says, should I visit the studio I want to work at and ask for an interview, show my portfolio, or just apply normally and wait for an email call back? I live in SoCal.
Yeah, just think about that. The answers to all those questions. What makes the most sense? If you show up to some studio, I bet you it's not the best situation. Um, Especially if you come unannounced. Like, you can't just come to a studio and just be like, hey, give me a job. Like, oh, dude, we were working on this AAA game, but you know what? We should stop everything just so we can have this interview and ignore schedules and, like, obviously they can't do stuff like that, right? Like, I mean, there's been people when I was working at Blizzard that would do that. They would just, like, walk up and just be like, hey, And, they thought they were being smart or cute or whatever, but trust me, they did not feel that way about it. They felt really discouraged. Um, they felt really annoyed by people just showing up and just thinking that they can derail everything.
I would assume so.
And applying normally works too, but it's just very unlikely because it's just the keyword is unlikely. It's not impossible. Nothing's impossible. But it's just, these people have go through countless emails and interviews. So I usually encourage people to go and talk to people in person at like events because that makes the most sense.
It's like socially acceptable time for that.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise the only other alternative is to just be really good, which is hard to do. It takes time, but you have to be good anyway. So it's like just try to be good, go to events. I tell students this all the time. There's only two things you can control: is the people you know, and the quality of your artwork. Okay, meaning that if you do not increase the quality of your artwork, right? It's going to be hard. Like you might know everybody in the industry, but if you don't have good artwork, it's going to be hard to convince people to take you seriously, right? And then vice versa, if you don't know anybody, but you have the best work in the world, and nobody knows who you are, it's going to be hard too to get an opportunity, right? So it's a good balance of both, having good artwork and good connections at the same time. Make sense?
Tight.
Yeah. It is tight.
Okay. Moving forward. So here's the interesting question. I'm not sure that you can answer it, but that's your call. It says, I was looking at some Craig Mullins art, and in one work, he put a yellow light coming from the window, but a blue reflection on the ground. Why is that?
Because he can. It's art.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the difference between reality and art. Because artists, you can look at a movie scene, and in a movie scene, let me see if I don't have any. Oh, never mind. If you look at like a scene from a movie, it's not realistic at all. Like they place lights everywhere. For that reason, because they can, and it just adds more drama to the concepts or to the environment and to the scene. And Craig Mullins just does the same thing. He just does what makes good art. So I would highly encourage you to understand that, because sometimes people feel that they have to follow like every ounce of accurate lighting to have something look appealing or accurate. But the reality is, no, you just put it in if it makes sense at an artistic level. I would even argue that, why even put accurate colors and lighting at all when you have so much control? Unless you're doing realistic type stuff, obviously. But for me, like for instance, I'm just painting this and I'm keeping a few lights in mind when I'm doing this, but I'm not really like stuck on certain ideals of lighting and how it should be lit. I'm just like, there's like a blue light coming from the top and a warm light coming from the bottom. That's it. And I'm focusing all my effort on having more accurate values. So if you were to check out my values, it should be reasonable. See? Right? And a more important statement that I can make. Oh, John's joining in. Another important statement I can make is I can change the colors dramatically. Now there's a warm light coming from the top and a cool light coming from the bottom. Well, it looks just as good. Right? Do you see that? And so, wait, hold on. See that I'm streaming. Yeah. Oh, he needs to go swimming?
Yeah, but do you think you can take it to me?
I don't know.
Gonna go first. It's okay. I'll just let you know.
Okay. I love you, sweetheart. Have fun swimming. Good luck, okay? Pay
What's
attention,
up,
listen.
dudes?
All right. What's up, dude?
What's up?
So, anyway, yeah, getting to the color stuff. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like a lot of people get too distracted with colors. They feel like colors are like a big deal, and they are. They're like, colors are pretty valuable. I'm just. Can you guys talk outside, sweetheart? If you pay attention to the colors too much, you get distracted. Like, what you really need to do is just have good values. You know what I mean? It's good values, dude. Values is the key. And the better you get with your values, the better your colors will start to appear. It's just how it is. It's just life. It's just life, homies.
Talking about values again.
Shut it.
God, this guy in values. What the?
Just gotta have good values, both in life and both in painting.
Oh, here we go.
There it is.
Here we go.
All right. Drew, how you doing, John?
I'm good, man. So
You have a
tired.
Stream with the.
Go on a run. Wake me up. Yeah, I just got done streaming with Ashes. Cool. Ash and Michael Wrigley.
Cool.
Oh, tight.
Badass.
Tight. Any other suggestions, friends?
What are you drawing?
An astronaut
far.
alien dude that is in his underwear carrying a bazooka.
In his underwear. They're just throwing shit at you.
Yeah, he's in his
Awesome.
underwear. That's real life. That's true life.
All right. Somebody asked where your brushes are. They could pick them up somewhere.
They should be on the website. I'm not sure if I put them available. I changed the site back to what it was before, so it might not be accessible. I'll have to go into it.
Didn't you just pick up? What is it, like the Photoshop Essentials series that has most of your
What?
plugins and not plugins, but actions and stuff and brushes. Pretty sure. I get lost. I have all your gun moves. There's too many. You throw them in with a lot.
Someone said the bazooka should shoot ferrets with helmets.
Okay.
he has a farm where he breeds ferrets. They breed and have like 10 babies, right?
I know nothing about ferrets.
That's probably a good thing.
I know nothing about. You know nothing about love, and you know nothing about war. Who's that from?
It's from Forrest Gump.
You're wrong.
Uh,
Ugh. What kind of laughter was that?
Yo, I'm gonna throw a random guess. Saving Private Ryan.
No.
God, I don't know.
It's a movie about war, though, for sure.
Is it new? Or is it classic?
It's old. I don't know if it's classic either.
Sounds like a stupid movie.
Yeah, I don't like that movie. You have dumb ideas. Those are dumb.
It was from
Pacific.
Troy.
Pacific Rim?
Yeah, it was from
Somebody
Troy.
asked.
Troy?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I wouldn't know.
That was an okay movie.
What is this from? Hector!
It's from
Hector!
It's from the movie Hector.
You're wrong. You know nothing about movies.
I'm clueless. I'm clueless.
All right. Was there any other questions, friends?
You're obsessed with
Uh, yeah, I thought I saw one. Somebody had a personal question or something.
Okay.
Hoping I can ask some advice. I'm really torn with styles lately. I'd love to work for Blizzard or Sony Santa Monica or Santa Monica Studios, but should I go with a sculptural approach with construction or go with line and art approach?
Why not both?
Mhm.
The better question is why are you so questionable? Like, why make a choice? You know, you have plenty of time to try both. And the problem that I have with the idea that I would like to work anywhere is that doesn't get you anywhere. You know, like it's easy to say I can work wherever I want. I like all games. Okay, now what? You know, and you know you have to understand that there's countless amount of other people that feel the same way that you do. And the people who are not afraid of just saying, you know what, this is the kind of artist I am, and this is the kind of artwork that I do, and then just get started, they're the ones that usually get better faster because they're already on the path of greatness. Where someone like you is on the sideline still because you're so afraid of potentially not making the right choice. But the reality is, whatever you choose will be the right choice, even if it's the wrong choice, because you're going to learn from it, you're going to grow from it. And it's not a matter of like whether you should do that or this. It's just a matter of just getting started. And what do you feel like you want to get started with? And that's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with whatever you choose. The answer is still going to be right. It's just you just need to get going. That's it. And so I would suggest looking in your heart of hearts. I had a student, for instance, she had very stylistic homework she kept on turning in. I was like, do you want to do stylistic stuff? And she's like, no, not really. And I was like, why you keep doing stylistic stuff? And she's like, well, you know, jobs, this or whatever. It's like, I heard this, I heard that. I was like, all right. And I was like, well, then just let's focus on stylistic stuff then. Let's be a stylistic artist then, you know? And then she was just like, oh, well, I don't know. Like I want to do realistic stuff. And I said, then do realistic stuff. You know? And I was like, just because your artwork it's easier for you to do stylistic stuff. Wait, hold on just a second. Hey, sweetheart, can you close the door? When you're doing like stylistic stuff and you're really good at it, then it's all good. But if you don't care about it, then, you know, stop. You gotta stop, right? And I said, for next class, submit homework to me that represents what you actually want to do, whether it's hard or not, you know? And then she did, and it was more realistic stuff, and it was good. And I was like, there you go, right?
Nice.
And so, I mean, no one's going to live your life for you, so just choose your path, right? Whatever that path may be. Like, it's yours. Take it. What is that from?
I'm
Michael.
not.
Immortality.
I'm not playing this game.
It's yours. Take it.
I don't know. Wait, Lord of the Rings?
It's Troy.
Troy again?
You're a
That's
fool.
cheating.
You're a fool.
That's cheating. You're a cheater. You didn't say we're doing repeats.
What is
Anyway.
this from? He left
Oh,
us.
God.
He left us.
That one's you, John.
I know it. I want you to answer it.
No, you don't.
He does.
You're a goddamn liar.
No,
No,
he
he
does
does.
it. AJ
He does.
does this one all the time.
Yeah, I know he
It's
does.
Hold on.
obvious.
Okay. Hold on. Read it. Say it again. Say it
So
again.
obvious.
He left us. He left us.
Troy?
Right?
Yes!
Right. No, you're wrong.
I did it!
You're wrong.
Oh, no.
It rhymes with Purasic Darks.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Close.
Okay. Star Wars.
No, you get out of here. All right, next question.
Jurassic Park. Okay.
Wait, did Jama want to join it? I think Jama might have wanted to join in this. He's messaging
Jama?
me.
He's in class right now.
Oh, he's
Is
doing
he?
class right now. He just told me to. I
Okay.
see. Tell him to leave his class.
I saw somebody suggest
Or bring the whole class in.
Bring the whole class.
Yeah, let's all hang out.
everybody's hanging out.
We're good, man.
Hey, buddy.
Why not?
Hey, buddy.
Nah.
Somebody asked for robot arms.
Robot arms? I was thinking about that. Okay.
Maybe extra robot arms.
All right.
Um,
That's cool. Let's do that. We're out of space in this painting. I don't want to expand it anymore. I'll take a few more questions and then I'm going to roll out.
So far, I don't see any questions.
Or any
But if you do,
suggestions.
John, go ahead.
John doesn't care, dude. He stopped caring since 2015.
16. A little earlier.
Correction. Correction.
See?
Hold on, get a snort. God, this arm hurts. Ice isn't working, bro. What does ice even do?
I told you, it reduces
I say
the
let
swelling.
it. I say let it bleed. Let it bleed.
It depends on what you have. I mean, just putting on ice on just wounds doesn't heal all wounds.
Did you cut yourself or what?
You have like an ulcer. It's like put ice on it.
Yeah. Robitussin. Just put
Get a
some
paper cut.
Robitussin on it.
Get a paper cut. Put some ice on it.
Yeah.
Jeffrey said, I have a question. What's your usual rush build against a Protoss player?
I usually go 6 pull and then just hold on to my nuts.
Hold on to.
But you can't do that anymore because of the latest extension. It's different now, so I don't know.
You should give him a cigar. Cigars are cool. Is he like writing something? Or is he sitting on something?
Yes.
What is that?
Both.
He has
Both.
very weak legs.
Yeah.
He looks all badass. I think it emphasizes the underwear, right?
You should make him a handicap.
He's in a wheelchair. He's in a
wrong
wheelchair with
with
a
wheelchairs.
rocket launcher.
Nothing
There's
wrong.
nothing wrong with that. No, not at all. Not at all.
Alright, so be it.
No, not a wheelchair. It should be a walker. It's even better. Like, there's no like easy way for him to move. He has to like waddle.
Any
Anyway.
other suggestions, friends?
Another question for you says, what should I do on days where I don't have any inspiration or just can't draw?
Draw anyway.
Boom.
Like, what's the worst that could happen? The worst is already happening if you're not drawing, right? I'm asking that person, whoever asked that question. What's the worst that can happen if you continuously draw? You know, I do this in my talks all the time, and I say you should never invest your time and effort into motivation and inspiration. Those are super fickle. You should do it in patience and resilience. Because if you're patient and resilient, then you'll wait it out. Because if you ask yourself this really honest question, which is, have you gotten better in the last few years? And if the answer is yes, then it's because you've just been continuously painting, right? That's really it. If you don't paint often or at all, that's the only thing that will prevent you from growing. That's it. That's it, homie. It's that simple. Secret of concept art right there. You heard it here. I get into this a little bit more deeper in my classes, and I give lots of good examples. But since this is just me just talking real fast, I'm not going to get too much into it. But yeah, like that question is based off of the idea that you don't have it in you. Can you get it in you? But the only difference between you and the professionals is that the professionals don't need to be motivated to continuously paint, right? And that's something that you can earn. You can earn that ability to get past lack of motivation, and that's through patience and resilience. Like I said, relying on things that have nothing to do with external factors. Like you're not waiting for somebody or something to give you the go ahead to do whatever you're going to do. You just do it. Sometimes it's good to have someone outside give you some advice too. But for me, like whenever I teach, my goals are to teach people how to continuously do that. You know, nobody's immune to this either. Like I am also I have big issues with this myself. You know, like getting stuff done that I started. It's not like anybody is truly immune to this entirely. But you know, you'll find what makes you tick, it's what sticks, and you just stick to it. It's much easier to do it that way versus because if you don't feel motivated by doing whatever it is, then maybe this isn't what you're into. That's okay. But maybe you aren't motivated, but like you do want it to be the thing that you want. Then you just got to make some choices that will remove bad habits and start you to do some good habits.
Tight.
Tight.
There's about like 4 more questions. Do you want to take them all, or?
Yeah, that's the last round 2. We'll just go with that.
All right.
Cool.
So sorry, guys. We're only taking 4 more. So let's go ahead and go through.
It's all
them.
good. I'll do another stream probably tomorrow.
All right. So it says,
Right.
what is the oldest rookie concept artist you have seen that went on to be a success?
Oh man, there's so many. I can't think of all of them on the top of my head. Like
I'll just name anyone.
someone that started pretty much with no real job and then they like super epic. I would say like Stephen Oakley is probably the best example of this. We went to school together. He was learning from me, and then he went on to work on Evolve and become like one of the head artists for that. And then now working at Sony Santa Monica, kicking butt.
Is that a 2D or 3D guy?
2D. But I know a lot. I knew James Zapata before he got epic. There's plenty. Me, like I knew myself before I was any good at anything. So there's plenty of examples. If you're trying to find reasons to like, well, I suck now, how will I ever get a job? That's not the right attitude. It's not a matter of whether you can do it or not. It's a matter if you want to. That's really it. Because if you want to, then there's really nothing that should stop you. Really. Like, think of what's the worst case scenario? You don't get a job, right? Well, guess what? You don't have a job now. So, bam, you already failed. Okay? Now what? You're going to quit drawing? You're going to quit your whole art career? You're going to give up now? No, right? It's ludicrous. It's like, well, of course not. I just got started. I'm not that good yet. Then what are you really afraid of? You're afraid that you're going to put all this time and effort and you're still not going to get a job? Well, there's only one way to find out. You got to put all that time and effort in. And I can tell you right now, if you do, you will be fine. I know too many artists for that to not be true. I know too many people who've started from nothing and then all of a sudden excel. Okay?
We believe in you.
Yeah, you don't have to believe in me. Just look around. Just ask any accomplished
Or
artist.
not you. I believe in the guy.
Hey.
The guy with the comment.
No, you were talking to me.
Just
kidding.
Awkward.
Yeah, you can just ask any professional, and they'll tell you the same thing. There's nothing uniquely different from me to you, other than maybe I've just been doing this longer. That's really it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any reliable resources for mechanical joints for robots,
Dude,
etc.?
Ask Adon about this. He's the one who hooked me up. But I use Pinterest, and I just type in mechanical parts, and you can just look at it.
What did Adon say?
I forget, but he sent me to the site, and I bookmarked it a long time ago. But I don't think I still have that bookmark.
Bummer. All right. Let's see. Have you tried the iPad Pro? If so, would you say it's better than the Companion and Surface Pro?
I haven't tried the Companion or the Surface, but the iPad Pro is so good.
Really?
Yeah. I tried it in Italy, and I love it. It's really good.
You gonna purchase one?
Not in the near future. Maybe for Christmas. Maybe as a Christmas gift to myself.
I mean, if you're gonna wait, why not wait for the iPad Pro 2?
Yeah,
right?
I think so. I think you're right.
That one might have buttons.
You don't need it. You don't need the buttons, but yeah, sure.
Okay. What was that? Those 3? Those 2? What is the start date of the November class?
That's up in the air, but it should be end of the mid-November-ish.
Okay.
Right before Thanksgiving, I'm thinking. So it's not like... Because Thanksgiving's going to happen, we're probably going to take that week off, and then we're going to jump right into the first 2/3 of December before Christmas, and then go. But if for whatever reason it bleeds to January, because that could most certainly happen because of the holidays, that so be it. That's why I haven't really... Some people were asking about a January class, but I was like, I don't even know I might even take
It's
the
like
area
that's like
off.
next year.
Yeah, I might even take that off. Yeah, it's just because the classes do pretty well, and sometimes people don't get an opportunity. But right now the classes are alright. I think there's availability for all the classes.
Okay, I think that's about all the questions. There was a follow up on the question about the age of the guy that started. He said, "How old was he when he started?"
Probably 18, I think.
Okay,
That's
you were
irrelevant. Yeah, that's irrelevant. Like, you're
Okay.
getting distracted. Whoever is asking those questions, you're getting distracted with the wrong kinds of questions. You should just ask yourself, what can you do today to continue to make you continue painting and drawing to where you need to be. You don't need to be worrying about if rookies have made it, because that's obvious. Like, I think you can just answer the question just by thinking about it, right? You don't even have to ask a professional. You're like, have rookie artists made it to a professional level? Of course, right? Of course they have. Like how does it work any other way? Nobody just starts out professional and then just works professionally, right? Like, you have to start shitty and then earn it, right? And then the next one is like, how old is it? Is it too late? Or is like, no, like, again, just think about it. Like, if you're like a 40-year-old artist, but you're like the best in the world, you think people would be like, well, you're 40. I don't know if I should. You know, like,
he's too old for me to pay him.
yeah, Stan Lee is like in his 90s now, right? And it's arguable that he's reached his prime with his IPs, right? Like, the Marvel Universe has never been bigger than it is right now.
Yeah, it's
Right?
monsters.
Yeah. There was a time where it wasn't, and he was much younger, even though he was still old. You know? And so I think you're getting distracted with the wrong kinds of questions, whoever that person may be. I think the better kinds of questions you should be asking yourself is just, how can you, accomplish what you need to accomplish, right? Don't be distracted by age or if it's possible. Anything's possible, dude. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. But more like, am I painting enough, or do I paint at all? Like, right now, if you're like not painting, and if you haven't painted in a week or several hours, ask yourself, well, maybe I should paint right now. Start working on it. I should put in a few hours a week and start getting better at my craft. And that's pretty much it. I don't think you need to be distracted with questions that are more like a insecurity check, right? It's really what it comes down to. And trust me, man, I've been there too. I get it, but that's why I know they're ludicrous, because I've been in the industry long enough to see that those types of things don't matter. Only things that matter is the quality of your work, the people you know, and another one that I probably would say is just not being an asshole, right?
Oh yeah, don't forget that one.
Yeah, people remember. People remember. And so I would say, yeah, you'll be fine. Don't let little things like that get in the way. Be very confident that if you just work towards your goals, you'll achieve them. Okay? You'll be fine.
He said, "I'm painting right now. Put in 6 hours a day.
Yeah, there you go.
I want it bad. Good job, buddy."
Then there's nothing to worry about. You got it. You're on the right path. You just want some confirmation that it's going to work out for you. It will. Now, will it work out tomorrow? I don't know. Will it work out a year from now? 2 years? 3 years? Who knows, right? I've been doing this nearly 10 years now, and like I said, for me to reach my prime, arguably, I haven't yet. But I've worked for pretty big companies. I've worked for smaller companies. I've been there and done that. It's not a matter of whether I've reached my stride yet. Who knows? Maybe I haven't yet. Maybe I have. But whether I have or not, it doesn't matter to me at this point in my career, because I'm just kind of happy doing what I'm doing right now. Just painting guys in underwear sitting in some sort of weird contraption that shoots ferret bazookas. I didn't draw any ferrets. I was going to have a little ferret just hanging on there. I guess it's not too late. Let me just draw a little ferret up in here. I don't really know what a ferret looks like, so I'm just going to make it up.
It's like a long, slinky thing with arms and legs.
Yeah, does it have ears? I don't remember. Like, does it have like holes for ears? Because I feel like that's wrong what I'm doing.
It's an alien-inspired ferret.
Yeah, okay, that works.
I mean, it's fantasy.
There you go.
That works. All right, guys. So if you're coming in right now, we've actually stopped taking questions. If you have any more, you can ask them in the next stream. So
Yeah, I'll do one tomorrow.
sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out.
yeah, thanks everybody for chilling. Hope you guys enjoyed this painting. Thanks, John, for hanging out for 1 second. Thanks, Mike, for hanging out and moderating for me. Appreciate you.
Yep.
And peace out, brethren. Peace out.
See you guys.
Hey, what
There you go.
What the? Wait, hold on. Ah, dang it. There you go. All right, peace out.